Hey guys, Major Folly here, and I think it's about time we start the campaign you've all been looking forward towards, the new Atlantis. I am not gonna lie guys, this might be the more infuriating parts of the walkthrough because I don't really like doing these live. I can do them live, it's just I'll usually have a lot of resets because due to some of the patches released with well, this edition and the Chinese expansion, the new Atlantis actually changes a little. So, and some of the levels are quite frankly frustrating. Believe it or not, Atlantis Reborn is not really one of them as long as you can play it right. Greetings from Greece annoys the living hell out of me just because it's slow, I guess. Like, you have to just control plenty volts. We won't be doing it this part likely, but Cerberus is another one that quite frankly just astounds and pisses me right off, so we're going to have to wait till we get to that one though. However, let's just get started with the prologue. Busy rebuilding, are they?
Busy rebuilding, are they? How foolish to pretend they are safe. To think that closing some gates would mean the end of this. To forget that I'm still here. Well, it's their nature to be forgetful. Even their gods are absent-minded. Zeus has forgotten about everyone he has locked away in Tartarus. It is time for all of us to remind him. Go, do as I have told you. Make way for the Titans.
So another little issue I have with this campaign is it doesn't make a lot of sense compared to the other one.
What?
No one knows what happens to Krios, poor Krios. And it's mainly inconsistencies towards the end of the campaign, which I'll explain when we get to there.
We cannot stay here. There are not enough trees to build shelters or light fires against this cold. Crops will not grow here, and the savages nearby are getting bolder.
The gods have abandoned us. We'd have been better off sinking with Atlantis than coming here. We must move.
What's going on here? Zeno, what have I told you about getting everyone worked up?
It's all right, Sergeant. He's right. We must move.
How, Krios? We have no ships, and no one has seen a better place nearby.
The gods showed me an abandoned temple in my dreams last
Jesus
night.
Christ.
I was told it is the key to our leaving this place. We must find it.
Thank you, cutscenes, for fucking up again. Alright. You don't even get that army, see, they just disappear. Anyway, at the start, you want to build a watchtower, 2 watchtowers immediately, and you just want to train Murmelo. These watchtowers are important. They're gonna be your defense against the raids that you're gonna experience. And crenellations is a must-have upgrade in this mission. Because the raiders are Norse, and the Ulfsarks and raiding cavalry move extremely quickly, so you need to get the crenellations upgrade as soon as you can afford it. Normally, this mission, Krios would also get you fire siphons. He does not on Titan difficulty, so don't expect them to happen. Alright, so wolves will invade in a second, and we're going to use them as a primary food source in the meantime, so we don't waste all our elk, because we are very limited in the amount of resources we have.
Hunt for our food. Our farms won't take in this frozen soil.
Wolves! Watch out!
Here they come.
We must find the temple from my dream. I know it can help us.
And when they come, just hit them. Bring them to the watchtowers. So your citizens are tougher than your average villager, which is good because we're not going to have time to deal with this. Alright, here they are. Alright, so let's get crenellations in a second. We actually can't afford it right now. Try to fight within the range of your towers as most of the time as you can. Alright, I'm going to cancel villager training for now. I want that upgrade first. And you want the towers separated enough that they can always fire on something. Guard towers are a handy improvement. They're not strictly necessary, so you don't have to worry about that. So, Atlantean citizens, because I didn't show the tutorial, because the tutorial is separate, they work more or less like Age of Empires 3 villages. They will immediately collect the resources, and they won't have to go to a drop-off point. So that's something to keep in mind. However, they also take longer to train. They're a hell of a lot more expensive. So keep that in mind. There are 125 food and 25 wood. So in this mission, we want at least 3 on each resource. At a minimum, 3. You know what? I'm going to build a 3rd tower just in case. Just to play it on the safe side here. We are going to need a manor house, or we are not going to get another villager out. Not that poor elk is getting pelted. And in the meantime, we're just going to train as much Murmelo as we also can, and then, well, we should also save for medium infantry and heavy. But the first thing we're going to do, once we get a decent chunk of Murmelo and a few Arcus, is we're going to destroy one of the raiders' bases so we don't have to worry about it. And then we'll destroy the other one next, because that way we can just focus on collecting our resources to do the final assault. So again, it's not hard, just a little time consuming. And the good thing about the watchtowers is if they do attack, your citizens can get safe in the watchtower. And with your citizens being tougher too, they can keep our units sitting still, so they can just take consistent damage. Like that. They will take a little more damage than if you're just putting them in a watchtower, but sometimes I find it better just to keep their attention. Alright, so we'll get medium archers. You're likely going to get heavy archers first before you get medium infantry or heavy infantry. It's mainly because you're just trying to consistently train Murmelo because they're decent against Sulsarks and they counter raiding cav, so always a good thing. And the good thing in this mission too is that Arcus have fire arrows, so they'll do decent damage to buildings. They won't do much compared to other stuff, but they'll have damage. So, of course, you can get your economic guild, so you can get some upgrades. Got some pretty hurt Murmelo. I think we have the armory. We don't even have any armory upgrades too, so that's something else we can get later. That's right, fight right under the towers. Make it easier for me. Alright, so we'll now get heavy archers. And then we'll alternate training between these two from the one barracks. Alright, so what can we get? We can't even afford any of the upgrades right now. But we'll likely want hunting dogs. And we're going to want hand axe. Alright, so I need at least 2 more citizens. So I didn't mention Caster's special ability. Caster is a lot like Ajax, a little bit more powerful though, I think. And his ability charges quickly. Alright, now I'm just gonna... I want to get the citizens up to 3 each, because I'm falling behind in that regard. Alright, can we get another one of the upgrades? No, we can't yet. Now we can. So we want at least the first tier of every upgrade. And I think we are going to need another house, and we definitely need to go research medium infantry next. We're going to save those, what are they, the Aurochs for later. We're just going to use the berry bushes for now. And yeah, once we get medium infantry, I think we'll begin the assault. Meantime, I'm just going to train a bit more archers. Because they'll, as you're attacking the base, they'll keep consistently training. They don't stop, so... That's another thing we need to prepare ourselves for. So we'll have like melee infantry take down the buildings, we'll have the archers focus fire. Alright, that's the last citizen that I need. You can see my Murmillo are pretty hurt, I don't have any way to heal them. There are some wolves down there that died? I don't know what killed them. Maybe some Ulfsarks did. Because I know the wolves came up here. Oh, here comes the next assault. Well, rip that fanatic. But yeah, as you can see, ooh, see, we've got a double attack here. This is why you want the towers. Totally handled. We didn't take as much losses as I thought we were. We did lose a lot of archers though. Alright, so let's get medium infantry. And I think now we can afford to build that second barracks. So with this force, it's small, I know, but we're gonna go hit Red's base. Caster should be able to tank the damage. I better kill that wolf. So we want to ignore the yellow base because the yellow's base is going to take longer to kill. So there's a lot of wild animals we can take advantage of after we kill the bases that are raiding us. Alright, send Caster in first. Oh, we're out of food. Are you serious? That wolf is killing my archer. Ah, that sucks. Alright, so send reinforcements up there now. Actually, no, we're gonna fall back. We're gonna have to let Caster die. We're gonna have to deal with the next attack before we take it. So yeah, it's a little time consuming. I should have gotten heavy Murmillo first. So we're gonna stop Murmillo training till we can get that upgrade. I wasn't expecting the wolves to actually come and kill my archers from behind. That was so dumb. Alright, so the good news is the gold up here is actually relatively safe, so we can use it. We won't get raided there. We shouldn't, anyway. Can't say the same for the food source, though. Alright, let's get heavy infantry. I'm gonna build another watchtower here, and another one near the gold mine, just in case they do decide to attack, so it'll buy us time to get our soldiers there without losing citizens. And it might not be a bad idea to get guard towers. So right now I have a bunch of archers. Yep, like I thought. Alright, heavy infantry's up now. You get the armory. So we'll deal with the next raids and then we'll move back up to get rid of that base. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, so we're going to want copper weapons. And we want copper mail first. We do definitely want copper shields though, because the final base we destroy will have a bunch of hill forts. Come on, where's your next raid? Yellow's taken a while for its next raid, which worries me. Alright, so we're pop capped again, I've just noticed. Let's get another manor house. Manor houses also provide 20 pop instead of the usual 10, but they do cost more. They cost 105 total in resources as compared to like 40 or 50 as a house, or even free. Alright, so there's Yellow's attack. They're going straight for the villagers, as you can see. So it's just giving us free hits on them. Alright, so yeah, with this army we're going to attack. And we should easily be able to take out Red's base, especially if they're coming to hit us now. So whatever troops that come from the barracks now should be able to defend just fine with the tower support. Stay a bit away from Yellow's base, we don't want to attract their attention. So we'll use these berry bushes up there. So yeah, they'll go for the archers, they'll pretty much die to the archers. Alright, and we'll destroy Red's base. The archers should be able to defend themselves now. There's plenty. 17 should be enough to just hurt the raiding cav as they come out. Oh, looks like Yellow decided to take an unhealthy interest. Very rarely this happens. It does happen, but it's rare. It all sucks with all their upgrades too. Don't make it easier on you. But if they want to contribute to the attack, it means we can send reinforcements up without issues. Ignore the tents, just kill the barracks. You can kill the tents later. Because if we attack Yellow's base, another thing that happens is the third base that we have to destroy will send throwing axemen at you. And of course they went through the freaking catacombs instead of going through here. I don't know why I called catacombs. They went through the fucking mountain. But they just decided to take the most ridiculous waypoints and just frustrate you. Like, I swear that's every strategy game. They'll always take the path that'll give you the most trouble. Alright, we can't afford bronze weapons yet. Alright, so with Red's base destroyed, pretty much, we now have access to all this food. In the meantime, see, there's the other army, like, throwing axemen. Lucky us, they're not too upgraded, I don't think. Oh, well, they are. Pretty heavily, I should say. But we should be able to take care of them just fine, because we do have archers ourselves. Alright, so we're going to set up a waypoint here so we can just keep reinforcing and attacking. Because we're going to destroy Yellow's base now. Alright, let's get bronze weapons. Oh, those are my wood gatherers. They went inside. And target the throwing axemen when they come up. Because you don't want them to decimate you. Thank God for Caster's special one-hit ability. And in the meantime, you also hate him later. Because he'll just keep dying to a massive army. So yeah, purple is going to consistently just keep sending one throwing axeman at you at a time. Or however many barracks is worth he's got. So just keep their attention while you're destroying yellow's base. And then when yellow's base is destroyed, they'll stop sending units. Yeah, it's a good thing the archers have flaming arrows. Alright, we need another manor house. It's the last one we can get. We only get 5 manor housing too. Alright, we're out of food again. We can use that elk. Then once we've cleaned this area, we'll be building a forward base here. Alright, yellow no longer has a base here. Where's my food gatherers? Probably build 4 barracks to make doubly sure that you can take care of them. As you can see, they're retreating back and then coming back and then stopping and starting. So yeah. You can get the other economic upgrades if you so choose. It's not really necessary. Although it might be if you start using 4 barracks. Anyway, with this army we can slowly start pushing. So a good thing about our archers is that they'll outrange those hill forts that we have to deal with. I've got 25 archers and only 13 melee.
We can use it to escape this place.
So yeah, the Orano Sky Passage. Defeat the barbarians that guard it. Some Huskals. Nothing our Murmler can't take care of. So yeah, eventually you'll always have like an archer army that'll outweigh your Murmler, but that's because the Murmler will likely die because they're front line. They'll also keep trying to rebuild the wall, so that's a little bit of an issue. Hey wolves, fuck off. What did they do to you? So as you can see, they tried. Oh my god, these wolves. So yeah, just focus the hill forts down first. Oh, the hill forts now also have 20 range, okay. When I used to do it, they only had 18, so I don't know if it's because they got an upgrade. Who knows? It should still be enough. A hero has fallen. Send them full or closer to the front line. That's one hill fort down. on, guys, get in there. Your fellow countrymen are dying. You guys were food. You guys were wood. Yeah, once the hill fort's down, you've pretty much got this in the bag. Alright, with all that done, you should have enough resources to train... sorry, not to train, to build a town center. You need to get 5 citizens to the Sky Passage. So, after you've done with the hill forts, finish off the barracks and do that. Caster taking those throwing axes like a champ. Alright, garrison 5 citizens in the Sky Passage. And they shall take us to Greece. To start building, and you win the level. You are victorious. Continue your journey. Just give me a sec. Alright, Atlantis Reborn, the very first challenging level of this campaign. So this is where I could get my first restart.
Those look like Atlanteans?
Look at this. You are truly favored, Krios, to have been shown the way to such a place.
The gods have favored Atlantis, but not the Olympian gods.
That...
What? Look, the symbol on the passage that brought us here. That's the mark of the Titan Uranus. Next to our settlement is a temple of his. Beside it is one to Kronos. These are clear signs. These are the gods who have led us here. Their temples are overgrown. We should restore them as a sign of our gratitude.
It is forbidden.
Krios is right.
He made sense.
It's Castor, son of Arcantos.
What was Zeus doing for us back there? At least Uranus has led us here. If he favors us, we're better offering prayers to him than having none look after us.
Look! They're going into the Temple of Uranus. We must put a stop to this at once.
Yeah, well...
Let's reclaim these temples and rebuild Atlantis.
Alright, so what you want to do is you want to bring Castor down here, send the rest of your troops over there. Have one citizen do that, do that.
We have just enough resources to restore the temples. After that, we'll need
Put
to
2
gather
citizens on gold. Because we need to make a wall immediately.
Attackers!
Attackers! So yeah, explore this entire area so you can build your wall. And if we place it just right, we should stop the underworld passage that'll happen later.
Those were Greeks, Krios. Why did they attack us?
Oh geez, Krios, would you like to answer that question? So yeah,
Another Greek attack!
they did not ignore the citizen like I was hoping this time. Alright, so we're gonna send Caster down there. Like I said, the citizens are tougher in this one, so we should be good. So by repairing any of these temples we see on the level, we'll get a myth unit called the Behemoth, which is a massive siege unit that regenerates. So there's one down here I want to repair now, before I can't later. Alright, Caster, get that relic. Because it's a resource relic that we would like. Alright, so now we've got enough gold. Let's try to build this wall. If I recall, I did it here, to here, to here. And then something like that. And that should stop the underworld passage. Should. If it doesn't, we should be able to fight it off too. So wall off these passages once you're done too. Where are you going?
The temples are repaired, Krios. Good work.
Alright, so we can't really get to the next age yet. We don't have the food. And we really need to hurry. So the other thing we need to do is get this one and come down here. We are going to get our food through fishing ships. Most of them anyway. There are some bears down here we can also make use of, so we're going to kill them quickly enough. Alright, so build the stock. Get this temple done. So these behemoths should hopefully tank the damage for us while we try to get our watchtowers up. I'll bring this guy back, put him on gold. Start getting those fishing ships as soon as you can, because they're going to be very important in providing our food. Train no more citizens until you attack up. So there's like 7 spots you can take fishing ships here, so that's why it's important to do so. We don't need any on gold until we tech up, so let's just get everything we can get on food now. Gold. And, yeah. That shot from that villager. 1, 2, 3. The only fishing ship spots you shouldn't use are the one closest to the bank, because then the Greeks will try to attack it, and we don't want that. And we need to get a bunch of temple watchtowers along this wall. There's another temple there. We're not going to bother with that one. I would probably recommend going for Oceanus, just because you can upgrade your Murmurlo's damage. And we're going to need to do so. Valor is nice, but not necessary. Alright, that temple's done. Build that. Get a wall along this path. There's another bear there we can hunt. I think one more fishing ship will justify what I need. And then we're going to need a bunch on wood. We need to get that economic guild up too. So we're going to need a lot of wood, a lot of gold, and the fishing ship should provide us the food we need early on. Yeah. There, that's it. So ignore those spots there.
Caster, sir. The attacks are coming from a pass that leads to the other side of the island. The Greeks have a base there. We should destroy it.
Alright, so get the barracks up.
A Greek attack!
We're falling behind, and that's not great. Alright, Let's get our first watch. We have to upgrade the towers, of course, because we are that behind. Get medium infantry. We can't even train Arcus until the next age. However, we can build the counter barracks, which gives us Terra Ballista, or whatever you pronounce it. I personally don't like it, but apparently in mass they're good against killing a lot of infantry, which they do send a lot, so it's up to you. But they do cost a lot of resources themselves. We should also consider upgrading our walls, because we want them to last as long as possible. Caster should be at the front tanking the damage along with the Behemoth, to keep your human soldiers alive longer. Alright, so get the tower upgrade. We have pop capped. Not cool. Because the Behemoths put us over. Oop, there goes my volume. Alright. Yeah, we need to get the fishing ship upgrade. We need to get a lot. But our priority should be the towers. And then we can get the fishing ship upgrade, because we're getting a lot of food as it is. Alright, so we need to get pickaxe. And eventually we are going to run out of resources on our island. So what we're going to do later, it can't be now, is we're going to build a dock here, and then we're going to send the transport ship all the way around here, and build some sky passages. Because when you build that dock, the Greeks will take notice and will try to destroy it, and that's the last thing we want. Alright, so we'll get the Bite of the Murmelo upgrade. And we're going to upgrade the walls. Yep, here comes the first attack I mentioned. So it's this attack's pure basic. I mean, even Caster can probably deal with it by himself. So yeah, these things regenerate, which is good for us. You are probably going to need a repairer now and then for your wall, but this initial defense will not be enough. We need like 6 or 7 towers to be consistently firing. We also need more gatherers. So in this level we want at least 5 on each. 5 citizens. Although on food, yeah, even on food, because we can build farms now when we need to. So yeah, keep getting your upgrades when you can afford it. I don't think husbandry is important because you don't really have any animals that grow fat, and you don't carry food in this one. They just deposit it immediately. So build another tower here. Build another tower there. And yeah, they're attacking that tower, but we don't really care. You guys were wood. Go on gold. And we can get the fishing ship upgrade now, when we can afford to do so. The Behemoths are also got quite high pierce armor, so they're good for tanking arrow hits. Alright, so we got 5 on gold now. Another thing you should consider is they will eventually send a couple of Manticore or some other myth units at you. So I would recommend at least upgrading your archers, since they'll be far back to heroes. So they can target the Manticore safely, because Caster's not going to get in a bunch of in the middle of that army and survive unscathed, as it were. So yeah, make sure you're consistently training Murmelo. Get the armory when you can afford to do so, and get the upgrades, because they will help your towers as well as your soldiers. Looks like I haven't played my cards completely right, unfortunately, because they're not retreating. Because sometimes they'll just retreat their units. Oh, they killed a behemoth, it seems. So I should have 4. Yeah, they killed one. Get another tower up. See, there's the centaur. So target the centaur.
A hero has fallen.
So yeah, you want to keep these Arcus alive until you can tech up and train more. And as long as Castler can get revived too. So these Carnivora, they'll also have a special where they can just eat a human soldier, so that's a plus. So we've got 6 towers on our line. Alright. How many do I have on food? I got 2 on food, right? 2. Yeah, I've only got 2, so I need 3 more citizens. And then... No, I need 2 more citizens. I've got 3. Why did I cancel that one? That was a brain fart by me. Alright, so yeah, we gotta keep fighting. Because they'll just keep sending stuff to our wall. See, now they're retreating, so I think I've done it right. But we still need to prepare for the underworld passage in case I didn't get it down. So, again, we'll build another watchtower. We'll get copper weapons, and then we'll tech up. Hey, don't follow the bugger. Let them retreat. We'll get signal flare so we can see further. And once we've got a stable position, this is when we can start exploring the outer islands to claim resources immediately. Nah, they did cast it, unfortunately. Where did they cast it? Because if they didn't cast it properly, that message won't come up. So we'll get Caster to explore. Where is he? So if chances are it's down here. It normally doesn't come up with the message if they mess it up. So I've got to go find it. We do need to tech soon. Maybe they did mess up with it. Oh, there's a bunch of Greeks here with a relic if you want to take care of them. So it seems like they've messed it up. The Titan worshippers run! Relic. All in once. Walls are stronger. We really want that relic. To get that relic, we have to get rid of that tent. Alright, so we'll tech up and then we'll start our exploration of the outer islands so we can start getting our resources up. Oh yeah, servants can heal, but they're not worth keeping. You're not going to bring your units here often, so don't bother. Alright, so they've eaten all the elk. They can now go for the berry bushes. Here comes another army, and this time they're heavy. This is why we get the armory upgrades. Oh, they're going for my dock stuff. That's not cool. Hey, Murmelo. Okay, and now they're retreating. Good. So yeah, this wall, like a wall built like this will make them retreat. Don't ask me why, it just does. For the next upgrade, you can go with Heroic Renewal, or if you want to build cavalry to destroy buildings, you can go with this one and get Lance of Stone. It's completely up to you. I've normally gone Hyperion, but you don't really get Heroic Renewal. It's not really worth it on this level specifically. But Chaos is nice when it only hits a few, but it'll turn some enemy units Chaos and will just attack everyone. But I think in this case, we're probably better off going with Thea. So select her. And we can upgrade our walls again. In fact, I'd recommend doing so, because like I said, you want to keep the walls as strong as possible. Caster, you didn't even pick up the relic I wanted. Get over there and pick it back up. Right, let's get another manor house. And we're gonna get one extra citizen, and train it so we can explore around. Put the centaur back. And we are going to need to repair that wall. Come on, Murmelo, get in there. Now's your time to shine. Oh, wow, they're targeting the citizen immediately. Smart of them. Alright, get guard towers, because you definitely want that upgrade. Don't want to lose our Arcus. Oh, we don't have to worry about our Arcus anymore, actually, because they didn't get the Underworld Passage, so they're not going to spam Manticores at
It
us.
sure would be easier to get around if we built some sky passages.
Repair that wall. And we can now get heavy infantry, medium archers, lance of stone. We want all the upgrades we can get. Alright, so with that extra citizen, we'll build the dock. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go around the long way over here. Because those are some good resources and another temple we can afford to grab. Alright, so we can get our other economy upgrades kicking in now. And we can get the extra fishing ship upgrades. So our main objective to start with is to destroy these 4 barracks. Now, some people say you can avoid destroying the 4 barracks, go straight for the town center, and you'd win. I tried that once, and it did not work for me. Apparently, among the older versions, it did. I am not going to give this level a second try to just see if it works or not. Alright, get masons, so your buildings and such are tougher. This includes your walls, of course. So get every upgrade you can afford. Atlanteans also get favor just by having town centers. I probably should play the tutorial at some point, eh? But, yeah. Alright, so immediately arm that transport with a citizen. Do not bother fishing here. The Greeks will send a navy to interrupt it, and the last thing you want to do is defend another frontier. So we don't want that. You can this is like the only myth unit you can get, the Dryads, by placing this tree. It'll stop them from also casting god powers, but I mean, it's not really necessary. You guys were food, right? I think there was a few berry bushes left. Alright, so now we can get our weapon upgrade, more armory upgrades, which is, you know, very handy and absolutely necessary. Our main siege aren't going to be the behemoths, they're going to be the destroyer units that we'll see later. We'll have to build a palace to train them. But what we'll be doing is we'll be building a palace down here, sending them through the ocean to behind the town center and destroying the town center from there. They will cast ceasefire when that happens, so that's just something to be aware of. And you're going to have to wait. Oh, looks like some people have woken up, because I'm hearing thumping upstairs. Oh, there's the Manticore. You also do have Shockwave, so you can do this. Although be careful when you do cast Shockwave, because you can send them over your wall. Okay, so now with this transport ship, land it here. Get the citizen to build a tower. You'll claim this underwall, the sky passage. You should. Yep. So now you can send villages just from there. But the Greeks will send a navy whenever they can. So yeah, it's better safe than sorry. Build a second barracks, so you can train more, get upgrades, and the like. Yeah, our base is pretty much safe from any Greek attack now, so we're good. You don't really want burning oil, it's not necessary. Alright, so there's another temple we can use. Probably best to also build a second tower, just on the other side, because the ships can attack the sky passage but wouldn't be vulnerable to the tower. So you can see, look, they're already sending heavy triremes. The sky passages, with that upgrade, also have an attack, but its range is too short for them to attack the triremes back. That's why it's sort of useless. You can actually see when they're sending their army back and forth, so they're already sending another one at us. This is a safer strat, of course. It's not picking for fights and things like that. So we're going to train some Contarius from this one. Don't forget you can get architects, fortified town centers. Can I get another manor house? I certainly can. Oh no, I can't. It won't let me. Yeah. Cannot build another manor. So then we're going to want to take this town center for the extra pop. Then we can eventually destroy this barracks on the front line. So, I did mention we'll likely use destroyers over Contarius because they have a better pierce armor, but Contarius do get with that upgrade. Where is it? Is it trained yet? It might not be done yet. It's weird, I'm not getting it. I don't know why it doesn't look like I'm getting it. Anyway, the upgrade Thea gives you, or Thea, is it does bonus damage to buildings, so it's up to you how you want to see it. I'm just surprised it's not showing on that. Well, you guys were food, so there's a couple more berry bushes up there. Maybe they have to be heroes? I think they're hero ones. Yep, Contarius heroes. So they have to be heroes to get that bonus damage. Which in turn costs more and makes them take 4 pop instead of 3. So you know, balancing I guess is a thing. Anyway. We'll wait for the next Greek attack, and then after the Greek attack we'll take this town center. So it looks like they're sending Petroboli this time. Alright, that temple's finished. We get another behemoth. I think there's a relic over here. There's something to be said to at least upgrading your citizens to heroes if you want some faster resources and, you know, more extra defense against myth units. Increases tower attack, that's not a bad one. Alright, so let's defend this attack. Where are you going, buggers? I really want to get rid of my dock for some reason. They're very insistent on getting rid of my dock. Did I get the Architect's upgrade? I did. So I might have to rebuild my dock. It's not that big of a concern. I got a stockpile of food. But I will send one over. Send the Contarius against the Petroboli. I think it's because I got citizens outside. Hey, leave the citizen alone. Well, it's a good thing we kept that alive. So now we'll attack their base. So yeah, we can just use the sky passage to clean that up. Alright, that's the end of that gold mine. So luckily for us, there's one there we can make use of. Also, funnily enough, they haven't sent the navy. So, you know, we might go for the other upgrade. Yeah, I'm not seeing much of the damage. Oh, there's the damage. It's coming in now. Alright, so with all that repaired, we can go back on gold. Where's the transport ship? Is it still on its way? So we might as well take advantage of getting the other stuff upgraded. Alright, we're gonna get you guys and start building a palace down here. And a bunch of towers. Have these guys start waypointing down here, so we've got constant reinforcements coming down. Alright, where's the transport ship? Is it nearly here? What were you? You were the gold gatherers. So we're not going to find a sky passage on every island we visit, so we are going to have to build one. A couple. So, yeah. Come on, further down. Oh, they're about to send an attack. Get our barracks up. What is that? Lemurian descendants. Alright, so here's the first spot we can do. So build a sky passage here. And another temple we can worry about later. So just train a bunch of archers here. If they go for your citizens, just put them in the fortress. Yeah, they do send a lot at you, don't they? Alright, so after that passage is done, come down here. There's one stuck there. While they're fighting, we'll build another sky passage down here, as well as a fortress. Come on. Come on. Seriously, it's not that difficult. Let's build the sky passage further down, say here. And then a fortress on the edge. Alright, so we held this off, no trouble. Get the citizens, build the town center. So we get our extra population. Alright. You can go on your woodly duties. Don't know why I placed it, because the enemy can take these trees. We are starting to lose gold too, so we need to get back on it once that's done. Get quarry and carpenters. But yeah, now we've got a good chunk, sources of gold. We got at least 18,000. Got 24,000. So that's a little bit of an issue on this level. You can run out of resources if you don't explore. So this level really does reward the exploring aspect of this level of the game to get the resources required. So this is where Heroic Renewal would actually come in handy. I could heal some of these units just by turning them to heroes. Don't need another barracks. So after we defend the next attack, we should probably hit the front base. I mean, we could also like send some troops down here, and as well as there. But we're better off just destroying the front first before doing anything else. So yeah, just a little bit of a time-consuming level. What were these guys? Hey Rose, welcome. Here they come. Of course, if they get too close to the bloody fortress, they're not going to fire. Get in there. So let's see if we can get the trireme over here. And we'll build a second tower just in case, as well as another one down there. The hero has fallen. Oh, that behemoth's dead. So their Toxite do more damage, but we have more range. It's more for trouble, though. Alright, so this is our time to hit the front base. Probably should build that temple too. So we got Shockwave to disorient some of the enemies as we fight. Should interrupt them for a little bit. Break through this. So behemoths won't be necessary in the grand scheme of things later. We can just build either Contarius heroes or destroyers. Fortunately, they do cause a little bit of a blockade.
A hero has fallen.
Yeah, we're getting there eventually. They're also reinforced from the city slightly, so that's a little bit of an issue. Yeah, see how much they're reinforcing? It's insane. Oh, there go my behemoths. Might need to build a forward, more forward barracks. This actually wouldn't be a bad idea to do this now, so let's get this up and a dock. Actually, that's so you didn't deploy that relic. So get that up. Because they just keep reinforcing from the city too, so it becomes a pain in the ass. Alright, so we're gonna build a couple more barracks closer to the front line. I don't need food either, I need more gold, so let's put you over there. I don't want to give him inches, to be honest. If I give him an inch, I'll be kind of underfunded to fight them back. Alright, so it looks like we got a bit more wood over here. So we've got plenty of wood on our island, it's just a lot of stuff to deal with. Alright, put every barracks over here. Alright, so gonna get about 7 of them. Get 1 transport ship. Build a palace. I'm gonna turn you into a hero. I need more gold. I'm lacking on gold. I'm gonna turn all these ones into heroes too. I'm just lacking so much gold. I'm pretty sure I got the quarry upgrade. I did. I got every economy upgrade that matters. Alright. Let's get these guys. Even just, oh, god damn it! I love it when they get stuck. I absolutely love it. Oh, they upgraded their walls even further. So yeah, they're doing quite a bit of damage to this thing.
The Atlanteans are breaking through the pass. We have to stop them.
Just hit the barracks. Stop their training. So look, if you get close enough to the dock, they'll actually shove off, as it were. Just gotta deposit some units. If they can even... There you go, see?
The Atlanteans are coming.
There you go. So now they shove off.
Burek. Yuji. Burek. Hey, Poro Fras. Ilis Moke. Ilas Moke. Yuji. Hey, Poro Fras. Skopos.
There we go. Excellent.
We've destroyed the base, and we're moving on to the city.
Excellent.
See, now Krios decides to tune in.
Skopos. Skopos.
Alright, we're out of gold there. Alright, so this is where we get to the annoying part of the level. That Myrmidon also has a lot of freaking health for a heavy Myrmidon. Alright, so this is where we start getting a destroyer army. And potentially a Contarius army too, so we'll build this up just in case. Because quite frankly, you're not going to break through the front lines, because they'll just spam wave after wave of units like that at you. You can tell these Toxitae aren't upgraded though, but the hoplites are. And then these Toxitae are. So, I mean, it's sort of weird. Get those done now.
A hero has fallen.
Alright, so let's get these destroyers ready. And more Petroboli to deal with, of course. Alright, we're gonna stop training from this barracks now, they're pretty useless. Send these guys back. So it literally comes down to a spam of massive armies. Unfortunately, destroyers also take a good chunk of pop, 3 for what they do. So get off my barracks. Sounds like someone's in a mood. Just get rid of that bloody Petroboli. Petrobolos. Alright, how many we got? 10. We kind of want 15 minimum before we upgrade them to heroes. Okay, look, the army doesn't come back until you go rescue Casta, and then they'll come back. Yes, yes, you stupid navy. What are you being pop-capped kind of sucks. Alright, how many we got? 14. That's all we're getting. So, let's upgrade. And hopefully this should be it. Although they will cast Ceasefire, so be aware of that. Bypass the triremes. Hopefully we'll make it by. Otherwise that was just... Yep, there we go. Otherwise it was a good chunk of waste of resources. Right, hit the little wooden fence in the freaking fort. Get rid of both or they're not going to go through. See, look at that pierce armor they have. And they got a decent chunk of health too. Compared to your Contarius. See, there's the underworld passage. I'm willing to bet the other one spawned up there.
It's true.
So hopefully they'll cast Ceasefire now. You have to get it low enough for them to cast it. Oh, they're moving the army back. There it is. So this will give you time to build up again. You kind of just want to spam Contarius at this point. Alright, so if you ever got any Contarius, upgrade him to heroes. Get ready to just pound this town center and hopefully get it, because he's repairing it slowly. I think that's why they decided to move here, because they saw my army moving through. So this should be enough to get rid of it without any issues. Gonna upgrade everything to heroes at this point. Yep, there's the underworld passage for sure, because you can see them coming through. So they messed it up. Alright, ready, set, go! Too bad we don't have any fire arrows. But yeah, and that's it. That's Atlantis Reborn. It takes a bit if you do it the slow way, but you get the job done. I think my fastest time was like 35 minutes, 30 minutes around there. But that's if you want, like, I mean, they did it, like, got rid of the barracks, got that, didn't run out of resources, didn't have too much trouble defending.
The last of them are escaping.
It's worth it, you know?
Grios, they were Greek. Why would they attack us?
Whatever the reason, it is an outrage. Get your troops together, Castor.
We're in no shape to start a war now. I will get some men and go after the Greeks, but I want to find out why an old ally would suddenly attack us before we start any fighting.
Jeez, Castor, maybe they remember their history. You know what the Titans did to your people before? What, you know, what your father fought for? Maybe you shouldn't have built a temple to Kronos, or, you know, fixed it. Uranos notwithstanding. Kind of simple. Alright, I need to take a little bit of a break. Back in a moment. YouTube, you probably won't notice the time to disappear because I will have just cut this part out. But yeah. So, sorry about that. I did have to quickly go check something. Greetings from Greece. This is going to be a long level, guys. Just forewarning you now. And it could be one I have to reset.
Move. Let the general through.
You! Tell the general what you told me!
The Atlanteans, sir. They invaded the island.
What?
They were building a temple to Uranos. They attacked the colony.
I don't believe it.
Believe it or not, they set sail right after us. They will be here soon.
The Atlanteans have gone mad. Send word of this to our allies. Ask them to send help.
Yes, sir.
Then muster our men and have them prepare a defense. If Atlantis comes to us looking for a fight, she'll get it.
Yeah. Alright, so we don't get much resources, we get plenty vaults in this one.
The resources in this area are thin, but there are several plenty vaults in these Greek lands. We should capture some of them.
We've been granted visibility to all the plenty vaults in these lands.
Alright. So you got a second free plenty vault down here. I'll grab it immediately.
Town center and no way to get one.
Build a barracks and a temple. Cast Valor immediately with a citizen in it and some soldiers, because the citizen will get one upgrade for free. And you usually get 3 if you just cast it on normal soldiers, so you'll get a free upgrade. Get medium infantry quickly. Get the plenty vault up here before the Greeks do, so you get some resources out of it, including this one too. So you get, again, some of it for free. And just have your citizens right now on resources quickly close by. You want to get satyrs when you can afford to do so. Send your Murmelo to the left quickly, and there should be some villagers chopping wood. If you kill them fast enough, you should be able to keep it for yourself. Should being the key word. So just train some Murmelo in the meantime. Nah, they've already cut it. But they're running now, so we don't have to deal with it. There's a shipwreck down here, so you can explore it for some spare resources. I would recommend doing so.
We've discovered gold from this shipwreck.
Alright, so once that's done, take Castor to get that relic, because that's a good relic. Special attacks more often. And deposit it in the temple. Alright, so what we're going to want to do now is want to get whatever citizens we got, and we're going to want to go over here, and we're going to want to defend this area while we mine this gold, because this gold is too dangerous to get later otherwise. Oh. I don't have garrisonable building except for the Sky Passage. So what we're gonna do, just in case, I'm gonna cast Valor again. If I'm gonna have to cast Shockwave, I will. Bam! Get out of there. Leave him alone. So Caster's useful in this mission in the fact that it can usually one-shot a lot of these soldiers, and I would recommend doing so whenever you can. Alright, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by the Greeks. I'm gonna go take that back, because that's my goddamn thing. Send your soldiers up here. Send your citizens down here. Yeah, I dealt with it. There's a Nemean line, kill it. Take the statue out, and mine this gold as quickly as you can.
Bound to reward us for destroying these wherever we find them.
Then send these guys down here to this fishing village. And destroy the statue.
Destroy Malagia's statue to take over their fishing operations.
So we just want to mine this gold. Once this gold's done, we can forget about this area.
Belong to us now.
Alright, so take these. This is the only 2 fishing spots we have. Don't bother building more. Don't bother cleaning this area out either yet. Just bring your guys up here and hold this wall section. Get medium archers. Train some Arcus along with the Murmelo. And then get a couple more satyrs when you can afford to do so. But yeah, we just want to get this gold completely out of the way. And in this level, it is good to upgrade your citizens all to heroes because of the limited amount of you have, and you want to just keep them alive. Oh, there goes my audio for a sec. Sorry about that. Because I accidentally pressed the Alt-Tab combination. Oh, that's a Minotaur. Castor, you are not stuck. What the hell's Castor? He is stuck, apparently. Yeah, we don't want to lose that. Alright, so now as you can see, they've got big armies taking back the temples. The Plenty Vaults, I should say, not temples. So we don't want to engage the big armies. We want to try to avoid them. Alright, so we want to get Heart of the Titans too. And then we're going to want to wall off this little section here. We'll see how we go by walling off this section. Well, I might be making a Discord in the future to do that, Rose. It would be a handy idea, since I'm not really using Twitter or Facebook. I try to avoid them as much as I can, really. Twitter the exception, because I got some messages there. And Facebook's a family thing only that I private message on. So I might make a Discord to make alerts, if people don't follow on Twitch. Alright, so after that's done, wall off this section. And the gold mine should be nearly done anyway. And then we're going to take... This Plenty Vault's normally free, but the Greeks would like to send an army there now and then, so it's not 100% free. I also need to repair that temple. How long till this gold mine's done? I feel for that poor villager, I really do. Just gotta go around the statues to build that wall. Didn't want to upgrade the Oracle, but now that he's upgraded, he can fight. Alright, I do need an Arcus hero. Do I have an Arcus hero yet? I do. So send the Arcus hero down to this transport ship. Alright, so with that done, we should hopefully not have to worry about an attack from that direction anymore. Send your Murmelo down to clean up this area. Just clean it up. The reason why I want to use this transport ship instead of going this way is because I can get the attention of those Greeks, and I don't want to.
To maintain control over a Plenty Vault, we need to have a larger force near it than our enemy.
Yep, see. These armies will slowly get, well, not slowly, fastly get bigger, so it's not really worth competing with them until you're sure you can beat them. Alright, the gold's done, so you no longer have to worry about that. So 1 on each resource if you can. I don't have enough food. So the reason why we're sending an Arcus here is to kill all the Scylla so we can take advantage of these wood trees that we can get. Come on, kill them all. Alright, so we're going to send Castor and the heroes down to Polyphemus' caves. Castor in there. And then the rest are... all the human soldiers are pretty much put on defense. So it's going to take a while, but we're not desperate need of wood to do that just yet.
The caves of Polyphemus.
So yeah, kill him. Have the Murmelo focus on the Polyphemus. Castor can take care of the Cyclops along with the Satyr's help. Heroic Renewal will be handy here, so you want to get of Palace and research it. So we're about to be under attack. So I'm going to cast Chaos. Have the human soldiers focus on the hero, and have the Satyr focus on the Chimera, the Nemean line, which actually got turned into neutral, which is good for us. Hey, more reinforcements, including another villager. We'll get that palace up. The hero citizen even attacked the Nemean line. No, I don't need to waypoint there anymore. Alright, so we got another plenty vault. Let's get these goats so we can have another spare source of food. Arrgh. Send them down this way though. Oh, they sent Medusae after me. We've discovered an underworld passage. So this is good for because we got a bunch of relics of our choosing here. We're gonna just take all of them. Although we are gonna have to deal with the ancestors' god power. Alright, there should be 1 or 2 more Scylla here that we can deal with. Alright, so we're gonna get heavy infantry now. Alright, grab these relics. And we're gonna have to build a second temple, I think. Alright, so we can ignore that happening now. We don't care. We got what the resources we needed from that. Alright, let's get heavy archers as well. And get a palace up. We have some army down here too, so we're gonna bring them back. They'll send Heliopolis against us, which is something we are gonna have to worry about a little. Oh, that's an sending the army at me. That's not great, actually. I should be able to hold on though, especially if Castor gets here in time. And I have some I have Shockwave that'll disrupt them a little bit. Alright, let's get Heroic Renewal. Hopefully they'll ignore Castor's forces going down. Oh, hang on. Alright, sorry about that. If you hear that little click noise, it's because I clicked the mute on my headset. Really sorry about that, but I do have other people living here, and they sometimes come to talk. Alright, so our defenses are pretty much perfect now. We don't have to worry about it. So all these nice relics that we've just collected. And they've got that plenty vault now. Alright, so we're running low on wood, so we can finally take advantage of the wood on the other side of... Okay, I guess that wall off does work in preventing the Cyclopses from coming after that market, so that's pretty good. Where the hell did my transport ships go? My transport ship likes going on that little edge.
More reinforcements are here.
Yep. Alright. So we finally got our reinforcement that actually matters. The Caladria is a healing unit, so it can heal all our wounded soldiers. Alright, so with them over there now, they can go start cutting wood. With units cheaper, that's an excellent relic to have. Alright, so we got the Mithril Horseshoes, which improves cavalry speed. Buildings are more resistant to siege weapons, that's great. The Armor of Achilles, infantry have more hack armor. Archer, ballista, and trolls and centaurs are cheaper. That doesn't really help except for our archers, which is nice. Doesn't help our satyrs though. The Tail of Cerberus, myth units use their special attacks more often. Great for our satyrs. And this one over here, the Wedge at Eye, myth units are cheaper, which again is a useful one for us. You know what? We better repair that bloody temple because I'm sick of seeing it on fire. So we have a good army now, a decent composition, I should say. Never built a manor house there, and I'm a little worried to do so. So I can engage one of these armies and take the Plenty Vault. I'd probably rather avoid doing that though. One of them's constantly on the move, and one of them likes to stay there. So I'm gonna wait for this one here to move. Go back to the Plenty Vault and take this one up north. Should probably get levy mainline units while I can afford to do so. Get the cavalry upgrade. We don't get Contarius bonus for buildings, but it's not going to matter too much in the long run. We just want to get a massive army going. Alright, just got some guys there, some guys there, some guys there. I mean, I could have not... I don't have to take the underworld passage. I can just sneak my units through up here, too. It'll just take a while. Because I'll have to use this transport ship. Let's increase the line of sight for all my units. I'd rather these guys move so I can take it. Hot. Gonna open up my door a bit more. Let some cool air in now that no one's home. Alright, I can't build an armory because they don't let ya. Nope, there's an attack. Alright, so they moved away from that Plenty Vault so we can take it now. What the hell's a goat doing there? Also, you have a catapult. You are not the Egyptians. Alright. All the Murmelo. I got 48 Murmelo.
More reinforcements have arrived.
More reinforcements have arrived. I got more than 48 Murmelo. Anyway, so now with this army, let's take this Plenty Vault and take these ones too. So we'll ignore this army for now because it's just bloody huge. But we'll come back and kill it sooner than later. I'll get a second barracks. Get another manor house. I probably should keep the Caladria back at base because she is a valuable unit and we don't really want to lose her. Alright, so another Plenty Vault is ours. So yeah, I've got a massive army too, Greece. Alright, so I got 1 citizen on each resource, 2 on wood, and 2 fishing ships. Goats, go back! Don't need you. Ah, see, so that's where the other armies traveled to. And I can deal with that army. I mean, I got more than enough to deal with that army. Oh, maybe not anymore. But he's moving down to the other parts, so should be able to take that Plentyvault with no issue. And this is a okay defensive force. I don't have any spare favor though. I could get more favor from the guards by destroying a statue that's located there. And there's a statue that's located here, as a matter of fact. Cast and knocked the past up there. Past pissed. Favor from the gods. So with that, we'll get a satyr, 2 satyrs to help us in the defense back here. The Caladria is just meanwhile doing loops in the air. Man, it would be sick to fly like that though. Like if you could just fly on your own power, no planes. It'd be sick. Nope, here comes an army. An army we can totally destroy because we are far superior. Hopefully. That looks like the other army's shown up. I cast Chaos on you, and I also do this. So I'm gonna give him a good beating, but I'm pretty sure my army's also dead here now. So I can't really reinforce these guys. Most of them seem to be counter archer units. And the Manticore's also now Chaos, so... Hey look, see now the Myrmidon have normal health, 110. My army just might make it through. So let's send these guys over here again. Wow, they actually have won. They won against 2 massive armies. That's amazing. But now we are out of gold, and the only other gold mine is located here. So we're not going to get much gold anymore. So we got to play it as a little more carefully. Oh, they broke from the wall here. I didn't even notice. Didn't really care. Alright, so let's go up here and take this Plentyvault up north. Alright, so the hero's dead, so my satyrs don't have too much to worry about. That Hippast got pelted by spears or javelins, whatever you would like to call them. Alright, there's a wall here. Hi, Binder. Welcome. So yeah, the army gradually gets bigger, so if you can control the Plentyvaults with a small force of your own, you should be able to take them on, except for this one, because that one is massive on its own. Right. Let's get rid of that. So yeah, that's where the Underworld Passage is, but since we took that Plentyvault, we might as well come from here. Grab this, destroy the barracks, destroy that, destroy everything in your sight. Huh. It's good to know, Binder. Alright, so let's get some more favor from the gods, because, you know, favor from the gods is always nice. Statue of Melegius. Oh, it looks like Medusa does not like what we're doing here, so I'm going to send those guys down there to deal with her. Satyr should be enough to deal with it. Are we out of wood in this area? Nope, we got a little more left. Alright, so we got a good chunk of Plentyvaults under our control now. Well, that is Achilles. Yeah, let's not get rid of that Underworld Passage, because I like that Underworld Passage. So yeah, if you can hold this sort of choke point, you control all the Plentyvaults. Wow, I got a lot of Contarius. So yeah, we're gonna have to deal with this army at some point, because I want all the plenty vaults under my control. I could probably ignore it and just finish off the level, but better safe than sorry to have some spare resources, you know? Alright, so we're out of wood, which means we're mainly going to be relying on a lot of farms at this point. Kill Achilles! Alright. If I can get a citizen over there and start building a fortress or a couple of towers, that wouldn't be a bad idea either. Ah, Christ alive. Alright, what's my forces looking at like? Oh, that Sada's getting surrounded. Saved for the second, but he's likely dead. Oh, rip that Seda and the other Seda. But this plenty vault is mine! Get away from it! Alright, let's... I don't have any gold to turn my guys into heroes. So you got a lot of population, just not a lot of resources to use said population. If I could just get rid of that army, that would be a godsend. What? Let's take stock. What have I got? I'm gonna cancel training for a bit because I just can't keep up with the gold requirements right now. I'm gonna send my Caladri over there to heal because a lot of units are hurt. I mean, I can sell food. That's always a thing. And that's what I'm gonna be relying on for pretty much the rest of this level. Till I can get that gold mine. If I could just build one fortress or a tower or two here, then I can focus my attention on these buggers and take the last plenty vault. Ah, they took the other plenty vault. Alright, so, well, we're gonna send the cavalry over there to deal with that plenty vault. After we heal all our units. Alright, so we'll send you over. I could actually send a sky passage there too. That wouldn't be a bad call. So I can just reinforce from the barracks back home. Caladria needs to heal my cavalry. Hey, more reinforcements. It's always nice. Because that army's not getting bigger. We can take care of that. And a lot of them, well, they got armory upgrades, but they're still pretty basic. Alright, so let's get that fortress up and running. There is another underworld passage we can take, as well as a couple of more Malagia statues where we can get more favor. Probably wouldn't if I were you at the moment. I mean, it's just up north, so I guess I could. There's another plenty vault up here, but I've never really taken that one. Cancel it before they destroy it. Bloody catapults. Alright, can I heal my units now, or do you want to continue being pains in my asses? Boom, boom, boom. So we're gonna do like a sort of like a two-pronged attack, I think. Zoom. So yeah, that's where the other one is. And the other statue, I think I've already destroyed. Let's look around there. So I'm going to build 2 fortresses here before I do take care of the last plenty vault that I want. Then I'm going to build another sky passage too, hopefully. Yeah, now the resources are kicking in. Alright, so let's sell some food. I've got excess food for days. Oh, I can't build a sky passage, I don't have the favor for it. Alright, so let's begin the attack. Gonna wait, because these forces are a little smaller, so we're just gonna wait. Gonna get that, and then send them over here. And then we're gonna cast Chaos in a moment. Hey, look, isn't it? So we'll cast Chaos. So it lowers their numbers a little bit. Alright, so now we can build that sky passage. So yeah, we should have enough to destroy this army. Of course it's Minotaur. Turn him into a hero. Don't know why that arch is going down that way. I didn't order you to go that way. Alright, so we control all the plenty vaults. Actually, they've taken back one. Pretty much all the plenty vaults that I want. I'm running out of wood. Let's buy some. Yeah, seal your army. So we kind of do want an Arcus army so we can just focus fire Melegius, and we can just end the level, as it were. So we are going to need some more wood. That being said now, we should have access to a gold mine that we can defend. How is the destroyer beating him? Oh, he regenerates, I guess. So as long as we've got small patches of forces defending our area, we should be okay. So we're just going to train a massive archer army in the meantime. I'm going to build a freaking second tower here too, just in case. Because that's frustrating to see that happen. I don't even have the upgrades for it. Why are they going backwards and then going forwards? Oh, they're stuck. Okay, okay. Alright, I'm just going to put them on a sky passage. So got one guy going for the gold now. And there should be some more wood I can chop up now. Without worry. Yeah, there's some over here. Yeah, so again, another long level, but it's in this case it's like a necessary evil if you want to be secure about it. But yeah, we have pretty much all the plenty vaults we want, except for that one, which we don't really need. And with the units just standing by defending it, we're just going to have the resources slowly trickle in. And then we're going to attack from the right side. Alright, as for the market again. Because like I said, I've just got so much food, because that's all. It's like the one secure resources you can get thanks to farms. I'm gonna turn you into a hero, because you've been injured more than enough. Same with you. Thank you, Heroic Renewal. Alright, I think we do have enough to push this base in and win. So that's what we're going to do in a second. Just gather all our forces and do so. Might keep a Contarius here though. What the hell Cyclops is doing here? Oh, rip that Contarius. And rip that Murmelo. Alright, so when we get to the Greek wall, we destroy the Greek wall,
it'll be time to call on the good general himself.
find Melegius, and then just spam him down. I might build a spare barracks here. Kill them all! I mean, we've got a lot of satyrs, but Melegius is a hero, so... Gonna turn some of my archers into heroes themselves. Because they do have a bunch of myth units that you'll summon. It appears that the Atlanteans have brought the fight to us. Just focus him down, and you should be fine.
Call for my royal guard.
He does have a lot of armor though, so yeah. Just, like I said, make sure you're focusing with practically all your archers. And if he gets close enough, even Castor. And that's it. How many here?
I have been injured. Soldiers, to me.
Bit anticlimactic. Well, yeah, that's what I spent 40 minutes on. It's why you spent 35 minutes doing this shit. Trying to claim all the plenty vaults. It's more treachery.
More treachery. The Norse and Egyptians rise up against us with these Greeks. Do they forget who we are?
There are too many. We cannot fight against them here.
You're going to let them get away with this?
I did not say that. I said there are too many to fight here.
Goes fine, Micah. In Aussie land, as it were. Alright, Odin's Tower. So this is a level that some people seem to have a bit of trouble with. I've had some trouble myself, but it's actually quite easy.
Sailing here was an excellent idea, sir. The Norse will not be expecting an attack in their homeland now.
That's the idea.
Our scouts have seen only a few Norse troops around, but the terrain is rough. Many cliffs. They could be hiding.
Like that.
This is where they have built their temples, so there will be some soldiers here. Odin's temple is our target. We're going to send a message to the...
I've played this too many times to count, Rose. Alright, so immediately, bring you guys up there, send one citizen to build a dock down here. Get a barracks, gold, economic guild and wood.
The ability to shift our buildings over such petty obstacles. We can construct our buildings here, then use my line of sight to shift them past
Deconstruct that hill fort when you can actually see it, because for some reason it does that a lot. Has to get up there. Alright, and then just do that, and then deconstruct. Very likely. Alright, so we've got a barracks. We need to build a couple of sentry towers. We need to get medium infantry. Alright, send Castor at the front, and follow him out with everything else. And then just keep going. Like, yeah, they get Egyptian towers, go fucking figure. Caster of all the units must survive this. I might have to reset, so we'll see how we go. So the goal here is to get a relic that'll help us win this level by summoning a Pegasus. And then all we have to do is send the Pegasus to the temples while we defend. It's that easy. So Castor gets the relic, the rest stay behind to defend his retreat, and he brings him back to the cliffside. For a second there, I thought it disappeared. Knock him back once when you can. Grab the relic and run like hell. So down there and then back down here. I also need to get a mana house because I'm not getting anything back. I need to not use the berry bushes either. Where's those wild animals? And you're going to want a mixture of your archers and such too. Caster, get over here! Come on. Doesn't matter where Caster dies now, as long as it's close to your base. That's what matters. If you use the vortex power, he will drop the relic, so we don't want that to happen. Come on, not in front of the fortresses and the towers. Come on. Alright, we're good. That's the best spot as we can possibly get. Okay, we're gonna get another tower. I'm still lacking the 2 fishing ships I built the dock for, which is not good. So let's get these up quickly. There's no point building a dock if you're not going to make use of it. Alright, so the attack should happen in about 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Alright, more on wood. Fishing ships, not fish and chips. God damn it, Rose. Alright, there's more animals right there. Come on, hunt. Did I get the hunting dogs? Yes, I did. Yep, there's the classical age. Alright, let's get another barracks up. And we probably will want to get a hill fort. A fortress, or a palace in this case. Alright, so this will be our chance to also get Caster back. Hopefully. There is a relic up here, I should mention, along with a spare gold mine, so, like, just about here, so don't forget that. Wait, where's Caster? Oh, I was gonna say, if Caster's body disappeared, I would be so pissed off. I can build a palace soon, I just need the gold. Alright, I cancel that. Get medium archers. They'll likely go for your citizens. Send one of the Murmler to go pick up Caster. And we need to build a temple. Don't know why I haven't built it yet. Alright, Caster's back. Alright, quickly cancel this until you can get your temple up, and then you can start training again. Caster, pick up that relic, bring it here. It's always the same relic, so you don't have to worry about it not being that relic that you want. I need another manor house. Alright, I think there's some... Yeah, there's some cows there, but they died to the forest fire. So they will keep sending quite big forces after you, so you want to fight under your towers. Things like that. Might not be a bad idea to get some archer heroes. And as long as they're focusing the citizens too, I mean... It's less focus on your troops to give them more kills, so, yeah. Alright, so our Pegasus should spawn pretty damn soon. So again, we want like 5 citizens on each resource. Although wood might be the exception, because there's very little wood we can actually take advantage of. We just need to defend. So I'm going to make that the last one. 4 on each sounds good. And then I'll just manually train what I need if I need more later. Alright, so there's our Pegasus. So the first thing we want to do with our Pegasus is send them along the edge of the wall. Because we want to deconstruct 1, 2, 3. Now, as long as you get in range to sight the temple will be permanently visible to you. Now, what relic is this one? Improves line of sight for buildings. Not quite a necessary one. Alright, so we're gonna cancel training for now because I want to get some upgrades. Darkfighter, thank you for the follow. Or was it Darkfighter? Can't tell because the alerter things mixed together for some reason. Pretty sure it's fighter. Alright, so now you can see we've got pink base. You kind of want to avoid the watchtowers so your Pegasus doesn't die. You got to keep a close eye on it. There's a watchtower here, but as long as we get close enough, we got it. Deconstruct. Move along. If there's another tower here, so the Pegasus is going to die. Oh, we're under attack again.
We've destroyed one of Odin's temples. Time shift one of our temples.
Now, it's very important that you don't time shift the temple with the relic inside it. So you just build another temple and then transfer that one. Because otherwise the relic drops and you don't summon your Pegasus till you deposit the relic. So, not something that you want to do, I assure you. Alright, eventually they're going to send giants and battering rams after us, so we got to prepare ourselves. Alright, so that temple, time shift. Alright, so now our infantry are much better equipped. Alright, so now with this Pegasus, we want to travel along this ridge. And we should be, if we're good enough, we'll be able to get both the last temple sites, and we just have to worry about defense in the meantime. Alright, so let's get a fortress up and running. I'm gonna need another mana house. Alright, again, keep following the ridge. What were you? Food gatherers? There's a couple of berry bushes there. Hey look, it's a raven. Get a farm. Otherwise, you'd have to destroy Green's base, then vortex power everywhere else, and it's just a pain. So then bring it up here. So you got the side of this temple. And now just go straight for the other temple, and you should be fine. And then all you have to do is just wait for deconstruct to come off cooldown and deconstruct them. See, we've got permanent side of it now. And that's literally how easy Odin's Tower is. Now you just have to hold off the enemy forces. So let's get an armory up. Get the farming upgrade. Can I get any other upgrades? No, I can't. Here comes the next attack. It's got one mountain giant. So we're going to get a couple of archer heroes. If I could afford it, which I can't. Are you throwing axemen? Right, now I can.
A hero has fallen.
It's precisely why we build these towers and fortresses as backups in case we lose some units. But we'll hold this off just fine. I mean, you could vortex power your units up here, but chances are when they attack, you're gonna regret doing that. So in the meantime, let's build another temple to get ready to, you know, disappear into thin air. Holy shit, I hit 10,000 views. Thanks, guys. It's not as much as followers, but it still means a bit much to me. Where's Castor? Castor, please tell me you didn't disappear from the field. Thank you. I don't need that bug screwing up my life again. Alright, Mail of Orichalcos is not a bad thing to get, especially since they're all hack attacks, including the throwing axeman. So, think about grabbing that upgrade. Let's get shaft mine. What else can I get? Definitely get copper weapons, because they'll also help your buildings. I never did get any fishing ship upgrades. I mean, it's only 2 fishing ships, but it would have helped a lot. Alright, so deconstruct is available in 20 seconds. Just see fire arrows hitting a raven. That poor raven would be on fire by now. Yeah, like, I used to just destroy this, then it took forever to destroy Green's base, and I'm just like, I can't be asked with this strat. And I found that relic, like, ages ago, and I was like, why haven't I used this relic in ages? So now I've got 4.5 minutes. So, Vortex does come back quicker, so in this case, it's not bad to Vortex the last temple.
Another temple has been destroyed.
But you gotta wait for an attack to happen first. Like this, for example. Those were my gold gatherers. Get over there. Protection. He didn't even get his horn off. Alright, so that's the one with the relic. We do not want to mess with that one. Make a few more heroes again. We got more than enough resources to hold them off. Usually they'll also send like an Ulsak to try to build a dock here, if you let it. So I used to build a tower there, but I think because I placed a dock in their spot, they don't bother anymore. What were you? Wood? Alright, so let's Vortex over here. And you could just use the last temple with the relic in it. So I've got 50 seconds before we can Vortex to the temple. See, now he's coming for it. Don't let him give it. Don't give it to him. He's trying to.
The last temple is down.
Alright. Temple there. And then we just gotta wait 25 seconds. Which should be about how long this thing takes anyway, so. And that is that. Easy. So is Ancient Relics, really. I'll show you how that one works. The storm has stopped.
The storm has stopped. We can get close to the tower.
Oh, just as an attack happened, so just Vortex, it doesn't matter, we've won.
We can't seem to damage the tower with our weapons.
Only the power of Kronos can damage it. He has given us a deconstruction power strong enough even for Odin's tower.
So, we get Deconstruct Wonder.
Protect the tower at all costs.
And that's it. Like, these forces won't hold, but we've already deconstructed the Wonder, so we just wait till it's done and we win. If you wanted to play it safe, you can just wait for deconstruction and just have your army stay. But yeah, 16 minutes was all it took. Alright, Ancient Relics is a little different. You're collecting 4 relics, I think. Yeah, there's 4 relics. 3 or 4, I can't freaking remember. We'll see when we get into it. And how this one works is we wall off the temple and we make a massive attack immediately right at the start. So we don't have to worry about dealing with an enemy.
Have we heard back from the troops we sent to help the Greeks?
Yes, my queen. They have arrived and are defending Sikios. They say the Atlantean army is outside the city, but they are not attacking.
Queen Amonra,
Arcantos.
I have come to warn you. You are about to be attacked by the Atlanteans.
Our troops have already met them in Greece.
Not in Greece, here. With your army away defending the Greeks, the Atlanteans have decided to attack you where you are now, undefended, at home.
We must prepare.
The Atlanteans want to teach you a lesson for standing against
4.
them. They will attempt to take the 4 relics you keep in these lands as a sign of their dominance. Stop them.
We don't have much time. The Atlanteans will be here soon.
God damn it, Arkantos.
The 4 ancient relics in these lands grant great blessings upon these people. We must capture them all.
We are restrained to the heroic age and have no god powers until we capture the relics.
Alright, first job, build a fortress. Absolute first job. Second job, upgrade your archers to heroes. And then you are training destroyers. That's it.
We may want to protect this ancient temple of Kronos by putting some walls.
That was not... I've never actually seen Scorpion Men attack that quickly. Holy crap. Losing a citizen early would suck. Alright, they're saved. But I do lose those archers, which is kind of a pain. Anyway, just train destroyers. Alright, finish off that wall. And let's begin the assault. Alright. You guys can now go to the transport ship. Oh, cool, they're building freaking obelisks in my base. Destroy the towers. Like, just destroy them before they become watchtowers. That's an issue. And the reason why you want Arcus on hero is because they still have myth units you gotta contend with. Even turn your Murmelo into him, if you can. I didn't have the greatest start, especially since I lost early Arcus. Anyway, with these 3 up here, build a town center back at base. Because that's a safer town center to use. And this way we won't have to deal from any attacks from red and just have to deal with attacks from orange instead. See, they've already got watchtowers up. So let's get rid of it. See, this is what I mean. They freaking train units that did not exist in the campaign because of the freaking Chinese expansion. And I hate it so much. Alright, so destroy that, then destroy the temples. So they stop training those units. Build a barracks here. So I'm gonna have to get some spare Arcus. I'm gonna need a manor house too. Because we're pop capped as it is.
We found the relic. Now return to the temple of Kronos with
Send 1 Arcus back for the relic. Just keep getting as many destroyers as you can. At least for now. And then start, you know, getting your resources that you need. Now, we're not going to leave this red base just because we took the relic. We're going to utterly destroy it so they don't interfere with us. So destroy the barracks. And then we'll destroy the town center.
We've gained the god power bronze.
It's a good thing they don't train axemen here.
Attacks and landings.
Yes, yes, you creepy Atlantean.
This ancient temple of Kronos cannot be time-shifted as ordinary buildings can.
Get rid of the Pharaoh. And you want to kill every laborer you see too, because they will rebuild if you ignore it. Alright. So I shouldn't need any more destroyers. I should be sick on that department. It's a good thing they have pierce armor. Alright, so again, just wipe it clear. Get a sentry tower. So I'm mainly putting him on gold because it's the resource I lack right now. Because I need to get some semblance of another army. And even with that messy start, I still did it just fine. I've never seen the Sphinxes and Scorpion Men attack that quickly. Get rid of the Axeman first. Hey, where's that citizen I had up here? They can repair the wall. Fill off the watchtower. Should be enough to still repair it. Yep, there we go. We're repairing just fine. Bloody Gazelle of Set. Alright, what am I missing? Some hippos you can kill. What I am missing now is a lot of wood. So I only had one wood gatherer and he was on this island over here. So once we take Orange's Relic, I think he stops attacking, so shouldn't take us that long to get there too. Alright, let's get Hand Axe because we're severely lacking in wood, but I've got a good chunk of other resources. And so once we kill all these guys, we don't have to worry about this base anymore. Alright. So we're not going to hit Orange's base from the front either, we're going to hit it from the back. Ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum. Alright, let's get Bowsaw when we can afford it. I want to take these fishing spots too, so that's why I've got the sentry tower there. We'll be upgrading it to a watchtower. Alright, and I think that's everything. We don't have to worry about anything anymore. We can take this town center if we want later. Though I probably won't. I think that's every, like I said, I think that's every little building we have to deal with. Alright, it's a hyena set, get rid of it. Scopos. Alright, build me a dock. Then you can hunt me some giraffes. Don't. Build the ducks. I said build the docks and then hunt the giraffes. Not that hard to understand that I want to build a dock to get a transport ship to kill this shit. Because this is where I'm going to hit them. I'm going to be landing here. Mike here. Yes, the ducks. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, they actually landed some troops. Oh, Orange's base went around. Okay. Where are my destroyers at? How did they actually get around without me seeing them? That's insane, really. Hey, where are my hero archers? Bring him over the... Interesting. They shouldn't have the army to destroy my base. Ah, I should have seen him coming. Maybe I just didn't look at the minimap. But... Kill the Anubite first. Yeah, where are you gonna go now? Do you have an obelisk on my side of the river? Alright, let's reevaluate. 5 on food, 4 on gold, a couple more on wood, and we'll get those gold replacements up soon enough. Okay. Let's see them try that again. I need another mana house. I still wonder how they actually snuck through. That's insane. I could wall that section off, but I'm not gonna. Alright. Alright, so let's take this orange relic. Yep, he's coming again. This time I shall be prepared. I am prepared. Hopefully. Oh, you guys, food? Go hunt that giraffe. Alright, I think that's enough destroyers. So if you cast bronze before turning a unit into a hero, they should still retain the bonuses. So keep that little trick in mind. Why do they not deposit all at once anymore? That's exceptionally annoying.
Return the ancient relic to the temple.
We haven't got the relic yet. Come on. And we got the relic. And hopefully we won't have to suffer attacks from them anymore. Alright, let's build a town center up here. And those guys will heroically die. I have no further use for them. I don't know if I need destroyers anymore. I'm just trying to think. I still need 2 more relics. One I won't need.
We have gained earthquake.
We have gained earthquake. I do need some destroyers. I'll rip that tower, but again, no longer needed. Get off my bloody dock. How did that destroyer get over there? The destroyers are still alive. How did they beat elephants? How? I demand to know how they beat the fucking war elephants. Alright, let's go get the next relic. Whoops, did not mean to click tribute. That elephant was already weakened. What the hell happened? Did he just retreat his units at some point? Is that why they won? Skopos. I need a plow. There should be some more wild animals we can hunt over here, though. We have gained Earthquake. Earthquake will come in handy in a second. Well, not in a second. It'll come on the last area. Alright, we'll get out. You're not a combat unit. Kill the Avenger. Alright, so we're just gonna grab the relic and run like hell. Alright, let's get some cavalry upgrades because I think they're gonna be necessary here.
Beasts of scent!
Probably beasts of scent. I think they're just classified as weak myth units anyway, so they just die quickly. Alright, last relic.
We have been granted the mighty god power tornado.
Alright. I never did get heroic renewal. So we kind of just want to use Earthquake and Tornado to wipe off this part of the map. Break open that wall. Send a destroyer to go grab that relic, and then hopefully just run like hell. If not, the Contarius can do it. Because once we've got all 4 relics, we win. It's literally that easy. Too bad destroyers move slow as hell, despite their tankiness. And they are rebuilding. Anyway, anytime we can get the relic closer is a win. Anyway, the next mission should be fun for everyone. Should. It's a lot of farms the guy's got. And we're good. Just over 20 minutes. And there's some more zebras over there, guys. And piece of cake. Hello, Kitsune. Oh. Well, you've caught me live now. Alright, final level for this part, because I'm doing them in 6 parts. You'll see in a second. Well, Rip Amanra. Oh, wait.
What?
Arcantos. They captured the relics.
Yes. Take the few troops you have and go to Greece.
I cannot leave my people at a time like this, Arcantos.
Amanra,
The Atlantean troops are being led by my son.
Castor? Why would Castor attack us?
He is being tricked. You must find him. He led a force like the one here against the Norse homelands and is sailing back to Greece now. Seek him there.
You know, you could have told Castor through dreams or something that he's being tricked, Arcantos. I don't know why you didn't bother. Indirect laws or not. Mount Olympus. This is a fun one.
Good timing, Castor. The troops you sent to teach the Egyptians a lesson just returned.
And the Greeks in Sikios?
Your trick worked. The Norse and Egyptian troops started leaving the city 2 days ago.
Hey,
they
Aspire.
must have gotten word of your attacks on their undefended homelands.
Good. We should have no problem with the city now.
One more thing, Castor. Our scouts found another of Lord Oranos' passages nearby. We think it might lead behind the Greek troops. I thought you might like to lead the force that attacks through it.
Indeed. Let's get started.
It's a hands-off parenting style. Mike here. Come on, man. Anti-parenting policy.
Where are we?
Well, even Krios knows how to be wrong. This passage has taken us to Mount Olympus.
Captain, we cannot return the way we came.
I can't believe we're on Mount Olympus. How could Krios make a mistake like this?
We must fight our way to the peak of Mount Olympus. There is no other option.
Almost destroy the world? Yeah, well.
It is said that in Olympus, the rules are different. A man's form can change as he walks.
So let's immediately get some Cyclops, or Cyclopes.
Temples will transform our soldiers into different mythical beasts.
Except you, Castor, because you're a hero. Get more Cyclops. You want more Cyclops over Valkyries because they can one-shot every unit you come across. You want a couple of Valkyries though so they can heal your units. Oh yeah, if you guys remember the finicky walls from Union in the previous campaign, they're back. Just thought I'd let you guys know now. These walls, over here specifically when we get to it, you'll see them. So really, it's not a difficult level, just get to the peak of Mount Olympus. Different temples, of course, will transform your soldiers into beasts. What happened to Poseidon after the first campaign? No effing clue. Never said. But you think Castor would have learnt the lessons his old man said when he goes, the last gate is here. But then again, he never did speak to them about Kronos, so... I mean, your guess is as good as mine. He got put in the timeout corner. Wasn't actually one of the myths that, Zeus's brothers and sisters actually put him in a net? Or something like that? Because he was being as fucking stupid as the Titans or some shit? I can't remember. There's so many freaking myths surrounding this shit. Because they're exactly that, they're myths. Castor, now is not the time to take down a gnat. Destroy that shrine. Let's get a bolt god power. So these shrines will give us some god powers if we destroy them. They'll also spawn an enemy hero. So as soon as you do it, run.
We have been granted 2 bolt god powers.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, the guy was what do you want me to say? Guy was acting, you know. Hey, where are you going? Yeah, I bolted him. I don't care. I'm not gonna go chase him down later. Alright, so after we get to this passage, we'll get a bunch more reinforcements sooner. But in the meantime, I'm just taking down the shrines because I want the god powers. I don't know if I'll be continuing this, because like I said, I'm splitting these things into parts. So I don't know if I'll be continuing this game, or I'll start streaming another game after this, so we'll just wait and see. I might keep going, we'll see. I did say I was going to split into 2 parts. Because dealing with Cerberus is a bitch in itself. Throw him! Alright, Castor should be pretty much healed. Let's go. I can't remember. I know there was something over here that would upgrade your Cyclops, but that will also trap you there. The Curse God Power.
We have gained the curse god power.
Now this God power is actually pretty useful. Turn your enemies into pigs, take your pigs to the temples, you get free units. So something you want to make good use of. Zeus was definitely a traitor. Poseidon, you mean? I don't know. Didn't like the three brothers draw straws to see what they were gonna freaking rule? I mean, you think out of any of the gods people would most likely respect, you'd think it'd be Hades. Not, you know. Well, I'd say partially out of fear. I mean, what the hell do you want to do in the afterlife? Gets in. Alright, so we're just gonna wait. Wait for it. Kill a few more. Curse. I got 7 pigs. That's awesome. That's 7 free units.
I gave orders to send reinforcements before we departed Greece. It is imperative that we defend this Olympus passage so they can reach us. I'll need different mixes of myth units for the obstacles ahead. Their strengths and weaknesses vary.
Okay, so wasn't Hestia like the goddess of the hearth, so like goddess of the home? You'd think she'd be a very popular goddess. Where are my pigs? Oh, the freaking Hippicans took it. Run, run, run. The Hippicans took my bloody pigs. Yep, there they are. Run, piggies! Well, they're dead. Hey, don't kill my pigs, jackass. Killed one of my pigs. Hades is the only god who never did anything immoral other than kidnap Persephone, which he had permission. Who the hell did he get permission to from kidnapping Persephone, Kitsune? If your family's so versed in this shit. I don't recall that. I know he kidnapped her. And made, she ate, what was that, a pomegranate seed or something? Pomegranate? Alright, that's a lot of Cyclops. So I'm gonna leave 5 here to defend. And then the rest are coming with me. Are you kidding me? Excellent. So one Valkyrie's going to stay back to heal. The rest are coming with Castor and the rest of the Cyclopes. Yeah. I'd imagine she would have been a confusing goddess, Artemis.
Skopos.
Jou. Jou.
Boeren.
Jou. Skipan. Scheike.
Skopos.
More reinforcements have arrived.
Reinforcements.
So yeah, here are the nice confusing stone walls we're gonna have to deal with. Alright, all our units healed pretty much.
Skipan.
Send caster through.
Skipan.
Έτοιμος. Λέγε πάνι. Έτοιμος. Πάνι. Λέγε πάνι. Πρόσταγμας. Λέγε έτοιμος. Ορθός. Έτοιμος. Έτοιμος. Πάνι. Έτοιμος. Πάνι. Πρόσταγμας.
Alright, they're all healed. Sick.
Ορθός.
Yeah, something like that. Alright, so a temple you guys want, especially you guys YouTube, you want this Manticore statue. So take half your Cyclops and transform them into Manticore. See, this is what I mean by buggy freaking walls. Holy crap. I don't know how they can mess up walls so badly. Keep your Valkyrie alive, please, because you don't want to lose a unit just because they decide to say, hey, I'm going to kill your Valkyrie now. Transform just in time. They'll only usually transform too when you're looking at the temple. So, yeah, another thing to keep in mind. I mean, Greek mythology's always been confusing, but then every mythology's been confusing. And then I include the freaking Catholic crap in that too. I mean, Christ, didn't Athena come out of someone's skull? I think it was Zeus's skull because he was afraid of her overthrowing him. I mean, the whole family is messed up. Alright, I want to get this Cyclops upgrade because it's bloody important. So I'm just trying to remember what it was. Oh boy. Yeah. Like, mythology can be a very confusing thing.
We have been granted the bolt. We have gained the curse god in house.
So Elder Cyclopses, but then you got to deal with a bunch of teleporting units. A gift from the gods was the Cyclopses getting upgraded. Cyclopes. See, this is kind of why you want Manticore, because it just sprays a lot of arrows everywhere. More reinforcements have arrived. Alright, so get rid of this bloody wall. Heal our units. We got another Cursed God power. You can get some Hydra. Bum, bum, bum. I never really go up north. I just always go down south to the Hydra Temple. I just like going that way. Skipon. Come on, get through the bloody wall. God, I hate this wall. Why couldn't they fix this wall? Yeah, something like that. Like I said, Greek myths can be frightening and weird. I lost that Valkyrie. Oh well. Doesn't really matter too much. Oh yeah, hands down. Every mythos would have something like that. I mean, I'm agnostic, but I'm raised Catholic, so... And quite frankly, when you, like, hear some of the myth shit and all that, you're more likely to believe that than the Catholic Bible. If there were ever, you know, things to be existing like that. I think I got him. Manticore, get over here. Come on, Cyclops, get in there. Oh boy, Jesus, the Minotaur thing. Yeah, that's story to give you nightmares. God, the one downside to Cyclops and slow myth units is that they keep walking around until you target something, because on auto move they'll just try to keep moving around like that. Alright, well, time to sacrifice some Cyclopses for Hydra.
If we destroy the buildings where these Greek soldiers are trained, it will slow them down.
Hey, now we got some Hydra. I mean, the Norse was all about fighting, so can you honestly blame it? As for the Aztecs, well, wasn't theirs heavily on ritual sacrifice? Kind of a frightening thing when you think about it. Ragnarok, yeah. Have you seen the one eye? Jesus, I love that cutscene. I really don't need to just, you know, worry about this thing. I'm just gonna go finish this level up. Actually, I will get one more set of bulk god powers though to deal with the heroes. Kill the Colossus. You gonna turn into Valkyrie now? Thank you. I don't have to deal with any of them following me. I was gonna say, didn't I have a bunch of human soldiers there? Alright, so there is a boat here that'll take us to another shrine and give us some more bulk god powers.
Legends claim that no mortal may step upon Mount Olympus.
Hey, we got the traitor god power.
A gift from the gods.
We even get the Argo ships to help us. I need to protect that transport ship. Yeah, not something you really want to think of.
We have been granted 2 bolt god powers.
Like, it's like when you think about, when you compare those religions though to something like Christianity, you think they are like, despite the shit that's in it, and despite it, like the fact that it makes you feel bad, like a little sick, it's a hell of a lot more interesting.
We may want to wait for additional reinforcements before we attempt to
Kitsune, this cutscene towards the end of the game makes absolutely 0 sense. I think I've explained this already to people. So bolt all the heroes, especially what's his face? Not Odysseus, Perseus, the one with the Medusa head. This is another good thing for the Manticore, because you can just spam target on a hero. Like, think of the last level. Ajax and Amanra, for example, are in with you on that mission, and they just disappear into thin air. Like, literally disappear in thin air. Odysseus is taking very little damage to this shit, and I'm starting to get annoyed. Kill him already! Well, that's the thing, the first campaign made a lot of sense, but this one doesn't. It is done. A mortal stands on the peak of Mount Olympus. Well, if Castor was actually freaking there. So that first part of this one took me about 3 hours. Considering I thought I was going to have some troubles, I think that's a pretty reasonable time frame.
It's done. A mortal stands upon the peak of Mount Olympus.
What is happening?
There's no normal soldier left.
Something is wrong. An Olympic passage. Quickly. It is our means of escape.
Well, Kitsune, the 2 Norse missions in this campaign are actually like the easiest to do. So I'm not going to lie, I don't have much trouble with them. I have trouble with Cerberus. Cerberus is fucking glitched. Okay, YouTube, that's the end of this part. The final part should come sometime, well, after this one. When and where? Who knows? So, yeah, in that part, we'll be dealing with, Cerberus, which I absolutely hate with a freaking passion, like I said. Rampage, which is just a piece of cake. Making amends isn't too hard. Killing all the automaton is a fun level. And then we get to play tag with Kronos. So that should be a little bit fun. But I will see you next time, YouTube. And we'll begin with Betrayal at Sikios.